Hey guys, working on a project for Chelsea today, and we are going to turn this brand new hillbilly hot tub area into a gloriously lit, I don't know what they're called, Bistro light area. Anyway, don't worry about that current trapeze thing I have set up that boys and I like to play. Anyway, this is how you get that done. Chelsea's currently remodeling the entire kitchen, and this whole area is where all the smoking stuff gets done and the barbecue. We have this here. We have a whole deck we're building here in the next couple days, but this here area needs a lot more light. We have spaghetti lights all the way around the fence line, so at night this place looks really great, but she wanted something to light up right here, right over the hot tub, and we're going to use this tree here to act as an anchor point for that. So here are the lights we are going to be using right here. And then these are the power source that I'm going to be using to wire. This is not related. And we're going to use cable to string it up from here all the way up to that tree. So for the eyelet hook, we're going to use some drill bits and a drill and that ladder. And then I'm going to go up there and put a big single point anchor point. And we're just going to do one line there, one line there, one line there, and one line here. And since I have to get this into those tree branches up there, we're going to use this here drill bit to start a pilot hole. Now a pilot hole is just a hole that is smaller than the actual bolt by just a little bit, and it allows it so you can more easily get the bolt in without having to like grind or even sometimes split the wood. Sometimes if you shove something this big like that screw threads, it'll crack the wood. It won't with the tree up there, but it'll just make it easier for me to get it in there. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh boy, time to climb a ladder. And as a big guy, climbing a ladder is always fun, especially when you're doing it to a branch this small. So I went up, I drilled the hole so I could put the eyelet in, and then I eventually just went up and, you know, threaded the eyelet into the hole I drilled up there, which was pre-drilled so I didn't break the branch. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do before I get too far into this is create my separate strands. And I think I need 4, what she said. So the reason I'm going to do this first is because I have to actually create the loops. And if I don't create the loops first, I can't really create them up there. So I'm going to take the strands, measure out how far I have to go over there, cut them, and then yeah, make at least the one end loops, and then I can finish up the other ends over here when I'm all done setting those up. Pro tip, if you're going to thread an eyelet up there, or anywhere actually, you can use a screwdriver to help give yourself some torque by putting it through the hole. Now we're going to put up this ferrule set, or ferrule and stop set. I really don't understand how that stops things, but whatever. This goes on the cable. So first we put in this piece. Smash that down a little bit. And you're supposed to have something called a swagger tool. I do not have that. So I'm going to do the best I can with pliers and or a hammer.
And also make sure you bring a little slack of the cord you're using before you get the stoppers to make sure.
It'll fit, huh?
Yep.
The double-sided piece is the second piece on. The single piece is the first piece on, according to the instructions. And then you're going to make a loop back, like so, with the big piece, and that is what's going to make your loop. Now we're going to shrink that down. About, that's a good enough loop for us, I think. Just make sure you have a bit of slack through the other side. About a 1/2 inch will do, I think. Seems to have done it. Here's the hillbilly way. It is smashed all around that cable. So I just need to make 3 more of these, and I can hook them up there. And I'm using D-rings to hook them up there. Usually this is used for chain. These are cheaper than carabiners and stronger. So that's what we're gonna do. My son likes to add his own background music. This is a really wobbly ladder. Okay, so I got the 4 strands hooked up there. Now all I have to do is bring them over to the roof, measure them, cut them, and make new eyelets for that length. Oh boy, look how handsome I am. At least I got a good helper.
Yep.
Just like the tree, I'm going to pre-drill the holes here for the eyelets. Eyelet hole like before. In there. Stick it through the hole and just use that to turn it. You get better leverage.
And if your screwdriver isn't strong enough to turn it, then it's a bad screwdriver anyway.
Up. Okay, we got about...
Now it's even.
10 feet. So 10 foot divided by 4 is 2.5 feet. Okay. Take the cables and hook them up to our... With the last of the cables strung, it was time for me to go back up the ladder and start sliding down the Bistro lights. This was slightly challenging because the Bistro lights didn't want to just slide down the cable, so we used a rake and pulled them down. Now I'm done hanging up. Next thing to do is test to make sure the lights work correctly. This of course means I have to get them power. I temporarily ran the power over the fence and ran it down the fence line, back behind the tree, and well, that was just temporary. But it gets the job done for at least an initial startup. And voila! They have power. All 4 strands are running. Glorious, glorious light. My god, I need to clean that tub. Another pro tip. If some of the light bulbs come a little loose when you're putting them in and the power isn't going through, you can throw your wife on your shoulders and use her to turn them all. How many wives does it take to screw in a light bulb? Apparently 1. It's also a great way to scare your neighbors. You can also prove how manly you are by running sprints with her on your shoulders. I'm so manly. Anyway, this is a great way to make your wife happy when all she wants is a little light. With a brand new deck and these nice Bistro lights, this place is glowing.